Greetings and welcome everyone. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you find it useful, please remember to like and share it. Today I want to talk about one important way narcissists get people intertwined with them for life, while at the same time passing on the curse of narcissism to future generations. Yes, children. This is the number one way narcissists keep people bound to them and how they attempt to pass on their toxic influence. Marriage, of course, is another way, but that can be easily undone nowadays, whereas children cannot. For those who have not had children with a narcissist, may this be a warning for you to proceed with caution if you ever decide to have children. I know there would be some narcissists who are not interested in having children, but I have heard one of those types say that if having a child will help them to get a particular individual, they would get a child in order to secure that person. But most of the narcissists I know have children, or now that they are getting older, they want children. When it comes to having children, narcissists would usually choose someone that they want to keep as a forever source of supply, so that they can always have a reason to maintain contact. Of course, the narcissist may change their mind later on, or the relationship deteriorates with time. But in that particular moment, the amount of narcissistic supply that the person provides the narcissist with will be the deciding factor. Also, narcissists will say whatever is necessary to get what they want, and that includes children. They would make you feel like the perfect individual to have a child with. And because having children is a huge commitment, and thinking that this person so badly wants to procreate with you can seduce anyone into thinking that the narcissist really loves them and want to share this life-changing experience of parenthood with them. Unfortunately, having children with a narcissist has more cons than pros, if any, as narcissists reproduce for very selfish reasons. For the narcissist, that child is to be always seen as only an extension of them, and their existence is to make the narcissist happy. Having an offspring means a possible lifetime supply. I always emphasize how much narcissists need people, and by reproducing, this guarantees a source of supply that they hope will always be around, if even as a fallback position. Because I know narcissistic parents are not genuinely interested in the welfare of their offspring unless they can benefit in some way. Some narcissistic parents go totally AWOL until the child is grown and successful, then they come around seeking handouts. But most narcissistic parents remain present and feign interest so that they can actively abuse their offspring and or obtain narcissistic supply, but not just from the child, but from the other parent as well. The narcissist sees a child as a permanent fixture and in a way a guarantee that they will never be alone. Narcissists fear being abandoned and totally alone, and children who are dependent on them is a pivotal way of preventing that from happening. Narcissists are not interested in raising independent children, as they want that child to always need them in some form or fashion. Some scare their children into believing that they need them to survive through life even as adults, so they starve them of validation and belittle their achievements and criticize their every action. Narcissists desire commitment. Many want people to commit to them through marriage and or children. but they themselves don't commit to anyone, but they want that as a means of security for their own selfish desires. Being married or having children with a narcissist keeps us bound to them for that bit longer. Narcissists tend to want to rush things along in order to trap us. May that be a red flag that if someone is pressuring you to have a child, tread carefully and remember that love is patient, not manipulative and demanding. Another point I need to address is the fact that narcissists use their children as weapons. In comparison to male narcissists, the female narcissist is very guilty of this because it is the female narcissistic parent in particular who is usually the one to instigate sibling rivalry and parental alienation if there is a separation. She uses her children to wreak havoc in the home and punish the other parent. Narcissists do not really care about the child or children. They just want to use them in whatever way they see fit to accomplish their devilish deeds. They don't stop to think of the emotional or mental damage and pain that they may be inflicting. It's just all about what the narcissist wants. Reproducing with a narcissist means that there is a strong possibility that you will miss out on having a healthy, happy relationship with your children. Especially if you try to break it off with the narcissist, expect to be alienated. There's also the possibility of the narcissism being passed down or that the narcissism is learned as a result of the child growing up in the presence of the narcissist. But I strongly believe that narcissism in children should and can be addressed, as there is more hope in molding them and directing them aright. As the saying goes, it is easier to build strong children than repair broken men. So if you have children with a narcissist, all is not lost, and it is not guaranteed that they themselves will be a narcissist. We have to be the example, as narcissists are willing to rob a child of their innocence, manipulate, control, and deceive them beyond repair. Narcissists do not know how to love anyone and will only use and abuse their offspring as they see fit. They will envy and compete with that child about things no healthy, loving parent would. I have done this video dedicated to narcissists and their children for anyone who wants to learn more. But to conclude, narcissists see children as a means to an end. They see them mainly as a source of supply and just another person who they can manipulate and control. To the narcissists, children are a lifetime accessory, a key to getting people to commit to them, endure with them, and hopefully never abandon them. If you found this helpful, please remember to like and leave me a comment below.
Why is it hard on